So for this video, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're in a different room because the other room is being painted. So we're going to be standing up for this one, so everything's going to be in this angle. So you won't be seeing me like this, you'll be seeing me like this. Also, just get down for a little bit. I do have this on autofocus, so you might be hearing a bzz, bzz, bzz. That's the autofocus changing, so you can actually see the things that I'm unboxing. So what I'm going to be unboxing today is Folklore. So this is it. Hopefully the camera focused on that. Here's the other side. Right here, so you can see that. It's been about 2 years that the Kickstarter came out, and I finally got it. I do have another friend that he actually did get the game at Gen Con, and we did play it. It's a lot of fun, but with this one, the difference between this one and the one you get at the retail store is this one has a lot of the 3D pieces, or at least it should. So without further ado, let's open this up. So like I said, we've been doing some painting, so some of these stuff isn't around, so we'll be opening with this instead. Let's see, let's just start with that, like this. So this is a room that's already been painted. Enough of the painted room. So this thing actually needs a sheath because it's very sharp. In case you notice, I never touched the blade because this is a very sharp blade. So, oh boy, This is what you see when you open it. What I'd like to show that there is a little tool right there, but I don't think that's going to really hurt anything. But we will see. So here's the first thing we're going to take out, just cardboard, and then. Can you see me? I can see you. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, now get this out. So here's what we have. Oh! Okay. So here, this is what we're looking at right here. Okay. Oh man. This is really hurting my back, let me tell you. So, first thing we're going to be opening is the Terrain Ventures pack. So, that's what comes in here. And here you can see that there is gates. These were the gates that you could. These gates you could get at Gen Con. Let me just go ahead and open this. Oh, look, there goes that. So these were the gates that you could get at Gen Con for free. You went by the booth, they give you one for free. And I got a number of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, this would be 4 of these gates. And then we have two of these gates right here. See, two of these gates right here. Now you have two coffins that look like this. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 3 tombstones that look like this. And then and we have different figures. Okay, oh, what's this? So, you got 4 figures that look like this. I'll look better right here, maybe. So there's that. And then here's this. Looks like a book. So on this side you see the book right here. And then there's that. Oh, another thing I should kind of mention is that I also had to use a different lens, because the lens I would normally use broke. So I'm having to use, instead of a regular normal lens that you would use for close-up stuff, I'm having to use the long lens. So I have to kind of stay back here and then just kind of bring it in close. So hopefully this actually looks good. Okay, next thing, demons and dark artifacts. So here's that. So when you open it, first we're going to look at the demon here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Open. So the demon looks like that. And here are all the heirloom cards. I think what I'm going to do, because it takes a long time to go through cards, and since I can't really do close up, I'm not sure just how great of a detail you can actually see. So I'm just going to put all the cards aside, and if I have time, we will go through some cards. So, see, this is Folklore Gray Miniature Pack. So here's this. Guess I'll need my axe again. My hand axe. And hopefully I don't cut myself. Let's try using this side so we don't cut ourselves here. Yep, there we go. See what we got here. Look at this. So, okay. There goes everything. Everything just spilled out. Okay, one went in my So here's this one. Right there. is 1, 2. Looks like 2 of them, not those. Here's 2 of these, so you can see this. This is like a Nosferatu figure right there. So we got, that was 2 of those. Now we have 2 of these, look like a werewolf type thing. So you put this, trying to get this centered here. That's 2 of those. And then there's 2 of these. No, it just looks like it's just 1. Okay. So there's 1 of these. Put this right here. Does that look better? 1 of these. And 1 of these. Now remember, there is 1 of these figures that went MIA over here somewhere. So one of the 1 type that you saw, that's going to be 2, maybe, possibly. Then you have this big hulking mass right here. And then, oh, okay, so this is the front. Huh? Of what now? So here's the front right here. That's all those. Put these back. Okay. Record sheets, character record sheets. This is one thing we did not have at Gen Con, so it's nice that we actually have these to play with now. These are pretty cool. I like how they did these. It's odd that in this game, it's your life total is Vita, VITA. Let's see. Then you have power, might, damage, defense, and stride. Stride is movement. Coins and lore. And I don't want to get stuck too much on how to play the game because there seems to be a lot of stuff in here, so I want to get to this. Crafting recipes card pack. So here's the crafting and recipes cards. Next we have the world events. Oh yes, I do like some of these world events are pretty neat, and some are like, really, dude? Really? So you just paid us then? Is that what you're saying? Here we go. The Colossal Dark Oak. So let's open this thing up. I'm going to chop down this Colossal Oak here. Just not cut that. Don't cut me, don't cut me, please. Okay. So, oh, it comes in pieces. Some assembly required. So yeah, there's the Colossal Dark Oak that I'm gonna have to put together. But it looks like it's snap-on, so it's not glue. It's just snap-on. So that's cool. Okay, so I had to kind of stop because somebody was at the door. So, haha. I did find this. So this was one of the ones that went MIA. It was a wolf. So that was the last piece that came in here. But, it looks like there's 2 wolves. So that's the final piece is 2 wolves. So there's that. Hopefully there's no more interruptions, but that was somebody at the door. So the next thing that I was going to bring out was the Ghost Miniatures Pack. So there's that. And these are your characters as ghosts that you can actually use them in the game. And there's also a wraith. So you can, as you can see right there. And let's open this up now. Let's see now, how does this open? Just like this. Like this. So here we have this. So this is what they look like. I think it probably looks better like right here, instead of just taking them out, because you do have the dark background that you can actually look at, that you can see. There's that. Let's put those back. Next thing is Folklore 10 miniature packs. So these will be some of the characters. Let's see. I need to make room here. And then, oh, look at this. So here is this. A lot of figures here, let me tell you. And inside there is something else. There's 2 packets in here. Second package like this. I do want to open up the other one, so you have 2 packets here. I want to open up this one because inside, look at this. You have Demonic Flame Pack. So these are different little flames that you can use during the game. That's cool. Oh, this one's open now. Let's pick up some. Okay, so here's this one. Is this the name of it? Yes. So here's this. And on the bottom it actually has the name of this thing. It is a banach. So I'm not sure if you can actually read that from back here. But this is a banach. Banach? 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 I don't know. This abomination. And see right there, you can read that. this is the Abomination. Let's see, let's get something big here. Ooh, what's this? An Archfiend. So here is the Archfiend. There's something else big here. Aetherian. Oh, I hate this guy. This is Aetherian. The first time we played the game, Aetherian kicked our ass so bad. This dude right here just would not roll anything lower than a 50, and we could not roll anything higher than a 30. And it was just like, are you serious? Come on, dude, you're killing us here, like literally. Aetherian, man, Aetherian. See what else we got here. This is a Dark Oak. So here's the Dark Oak right here. Another Dark Oak. Let's see. Let's look at these dudes. So what is this? This is a Demon Spawn. This is a Demon Spawn, but he kind of looks like one of the Grey from like the Alien culture thing. I mean, come on, look at got that elongated head and then the big eyes. The only difference is he actually has a mouth. Aliens don't have mouths, or the Greys don't have mouths. Let's do this one. Because this is, yep, this is a Banshee. So you can see that. Let's see, let's look at this one. This is Gallistig. So here's Gallistig. I'm guessing he's a named character. Let's see. Watchman with a printed thing here. Supposedly, if you dip these in water, or in hot water, it has to be hot water. You dip in hot water, you take them out, and you bend them back, they will actually stay in place. So there is that. Dark Dryad. Okay, so it looks like the focus is up here, so let me see if you can see that. Okay. Some other stuff here. So there's still quite a bit, a few things in here. I'm looking at the big stuff because we like the big stuff, you know, we want to see the big stuff. And there's a lot of stuff to see. Okay, here is the Folklore oversized world map. So there's that. Wow. Here. So here's what it looks like right there. Ooh. Oh, this is the world map. Man, this thing's huge. Man, when they said oversized, man, I didn't know what they were. This was what they were talking about. So here's this. It's almost like the player mats that you would use. Has a black thing right here. Show you Not sure if this will be right, but there is the cathedral down there. Hopefully I'm showing you the cathedral down there. And then, let's see if I can see. That's Obelisk. Right. I think this one. Yeah, there's. Right there's the Obelisk where you go to talk to people. And your trust right there. So here's this. Yeah, this is pretty big. If I had the other lens, you can see just how big this is, but as you can tell, and this is, like, so you can see how big this thing is. When they say oversized, they really mean oversized. This is like huge. Where's that? Okay, so I had to change out the cards because the card I was using, the memory card for this camera was starting to fill up, so I was like, well, might as well just change out the card. So we got that done. So we've got a fresh new card, and now we have player mats. This is interesting. So let me open one of these up. If I can. There's a sticky thing out here that you should be able to open up. So here is the player mat that we have. Let's see, what are we looking at here? Okay, so you can, this is cool. You can actually put the equipment on here, which is kind of nice because when you start playing, you do have quite a few cards. You can just lay them out in front of you, or you can just put them on here and make it look nice. Rings, arms, what's it say? Companion, mystic knowledge, backpack, and equipped cards. What's it say? Abilities. Okay, so there's this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 player mats. And now we come to the expansion for the game. This is Folklore the Dark Expansion, Dark Tales expansion. And okay, my hands are stuck now. Oh. Okay. And then the game. This is the actual game that everybody's been looking forward to. Well, I've been looking forward to. So let's turn this over. Let's take a look at this actual game now, huh? We've been talking for quite a while about all the stuff that came with the game. So let's talk about the game now. Try not to cut myself. And I think it's interesting that I was just reading this, and it says here, for ages 14 plus, gaming hobby product. It says here, this product is not a toy, not intended for use of persons 14 years of age or younger. So, not for kids. Well, not for kids under 14. So there's another reason you want to turn 14, because then you can actually play the game. Well, there goes that. I'm guessing this is over on. Son of a bitch. And this is a cool thing that they put in that I wish other companies would do this. Is that this is a picture of where all the pieces go. And this is kind of neat. And as you can see, this is what they look like. Once you take them out, then you kind of want to know where they go back. So that, I mean, sure, if you just take out one piece, and you know exactly where it's going to be, but if you take out a lot of different pieces, then you kind of want to know where they all are. So just so you know, the top row, these are the players, the player characters. The rest are monsters. One thing we did do is that one of these characters can actually summon a monster, so we just went ahead and used one of these monsters. Because it's like, well, if you can summon them, why not use them, right? Next, it's just this. So we're going to have to take this thing out. Okay. Do it like this. Come on. Aha. Ah. That's a sword. Okay, so, see, aha, opens like this, right? Alrighty. So, this is what's in here. Is this? It looks like a bunch of maps. Oh yes, and maps, storybook, or here's the rule book. And then this is the story journal. Sorry, I called it a storybook. And then these are the different pieces that you can use. This comes with the game. We got these to use for this. We have that one. Here's Galistrade. Remember I showed them to you. Here's another one, here's another one. So a lot of these pieces, instead of using this, you can just use these. So it looks more 3D. So here's this. These are open. There we go. So it does fold open. And then there's stuff on the back. Ah! That hurts. So there's that. And then there's this. This part's about to come off. And here are the gates. These are the gates that everybody else uses, and then we get the regular gates, the 3D gates. And here is Aetherian right here. Oh, Aetherian. These are the road events right here. These are the character cards. Like whenever you're going to be fighting stuff, you pull from here. They say in the rule book to keep this in alphabetical order so it's easier to find. That's a good idea because that's a lot of cards to go through. If you're looking for something that starts with a J or an M or an S, and you want to keep it in order. Dice. See if you can see that. Just little black dice. Put that here. Here's some other dice. Oh, here, let's start with this. This is one thing we don't know. You get these white cubes. We're not sure what these cubes are for. We've only played the tutorial, so we haven't had to use these yet, but they're not dice. They have no marks on them at all. They're just white dice. They're white cubes. So you do get that with the game. This comes with the game, in case you didn't already figure it out. This, see if we can see that. That is you, or the party. Whenever you're on the world map, this is the party, and everybody moves as one. See what else we got here. These are our markers. Oh, there goes that. So by marker, I mean this. You just put a card in there and you can just move it right there. And here are abilities. So these will be abilities and I think other stuff. What's it called? Rituals. So items. Here's some items. Companion animal. Abilities, items, so that's all contained in there. Another dice. These are the character cards that you can play. I do want to show you this because these are the different characters that you can play in the game. So here is the Arcanist. So you have the Arcanist right here. These are the different, what do they call them? Focus. Down here are the different focus that you can play. Then your Lord Tree is right there on this other side right here. And then here is, what is it? The starting abilities and weapons on this side. On this side are the location extras, all the characters will pretty much have the same thing. There will be like 1 or 2 things that each character can do. Like with this one. And she got no free stuff. Okay. Okay, next is the archaeologist. It's right here. Focus down here. And then here's his lore tree. And then his abilities and his location extras. I do want to pause for a moment to talk about this guy. He is the Avenging Madman. Here is his focus and his lore tree. And then his starting abilities and stuff. Now I do want to talk about this one right here. This is pretty cool. Because as it reads, when an adjacent corporeal foe dies, tear a limb from its body and slam it into an enemy up to 2 spaces away, dealing 1d6 damage. That's cool. You're pretty much, from what the way that we played it, is when the guy you just killed, you can rip off his arm and attack his buddy with it. So, and you're going to be doing 1d6 of damage with that arm that you just tore off. That's cool. I've never seen another game do that. You can probably do it in like D&D and Pathfinder by saying, hey, you know, this is what I want to do. But in this game, they say, hey, here's something you can do. You don't have to come up with it. They gave it to you and said, hey, go crazy. The Exorcist. Here's the focus. This one is kind of iffy. There is a web page on BoardGameGeek.com. We did have a question about the holy water and the stuff. So if it does come up, you can go to BoardGameGeek.com and look for the Folklore the Affliction webpage. There is a discussion about that. Here's the telepath. And then there. And then the witch hunter. So here's the witch hunter. There's the back. And then the inside is right here. Now if you notice, the witch hunter does have this thing right here. This is going to be on what's called the day and night marker, or the leader marker that has day and night. It has the same thing, but this is the only character that does anything with this symbol, or so far as we've noticed. Here's that. Ah, yes. So these are so there's 2 types of maps, right? There's the world map, and then the, I guess you can call it local maps. So here's this. This will be in your tutorial that you're gonna be you can play. Right here, you will be fighting 3 wolves. Good luck with that. Right here, don't really fight anything, you just find stuff. Right here is one of the gates that you're going to be opening that we can actually use. And we have not gotten into here, so we're not quite sure what this one is. This is just a large cavern, right? Yes, large cavern. Forest path. Another one we haven't gone through. Forest clearing. Earthen passage. Is this? This isn't. I don't know. This might be the one where you're actually fighting a Therian, but I might be wrong. Here is the Great Hall, so you can see that. Here is the chapel, so you can see the chapel. See this one, the open road. So here's the open road. The Alchemist Laboratory is right here. Then road to building. That's actually what it says, road to building. See, this one is marsh. Trying to take my fingers out so you're not seeing fingers, you're seeing just game pieces. Standing stones. Here are standing stones. The tomb. So you can see the tomb. Circular tomb. Circular tomb. This is the dungeon. Because it wouldn't be a fantasy game without a dungeon. Spirit world. There's Spirit world. This is the tower top. It's tower top. Castle grounds. And then the other side is cave tunnels. We actually did do something in the cave tunnels, so that was interesting. We played it one way the first time, and then the second time that we did something else, and it was like, oh wow, so that's what it is. That makes sense. There's that. Yeah. And then the last thing that's in here, I'm not sure if you can see that. This is the actual board. Remember that gigantic board that I showed you earlier? The oversized map? Well, this is the regular map. So you can see just how oversized. When they say oversized, it's like, man, that thing's like 10 times oversized, like huge. So that's, oh yeah, and then you have dice. We have to show you dice. But you've seen dice. You have red dice, red die 10, and a white die 10, 2 4s, D4s, 2 D6s, and then 2 percentile dice. So there you can see there. That right there. That's the actual game. That is Folklore the Affliction game, base game, I guess you could say. And here is Dark Tales. So, let's open up Dark Tales. Without cutting ourselves. I want to show you this. If you notice, remember that I did show you this one, and I showed you this one with I think these were 10. So if you want to play them 10, or if you want to play them this color, and I think that was the only thing. Well, here's the Archfiend. This Archfiend down here is up here, so you can see. And here's the thing, the paper that you can use. Separate. For some reason. So here's the game. All the pieces. For some reason, this one is separated. I'm not sure why. Maybe they gave me an extra one. Oh. But with the expansion, you do get more characters right here. More playable characters. And then this is the easiest way to open this here. So, that. And open it up, and you can see that. Here is the story journal for the expansion. Put everything over here so I don't get them confused. Oh wow, look at this. Not sure if I'm going to show you everything from here, but this is the expansion maps. I'll show you the small ones. So, oh, that's cool. So, looks like you can build like a mansion type thing. So you can do this. And you're going to be putting it together. Oh, there goes that. And that. And there's that. This one has two of them. You can see these two. Oh, hey. And there actually is something on the back, so on the front is a mansion, and it looks like on the back is a dungeon. So there's that. Let's see. Yeah. More dungeon pieces. Do like this. Ah, yes. So here it is. Dungeon pieces. Dungeons. We all like going through dungeons, right? Let's go through dungeons. So here is, ooh, look at this. So this is a lava throne. And then on the back is Bone Isle Graveyard. So there's that. Let's see what else we got here. And let's just check this thing out. So here's this. Doppelganger, Archfiend, Banache. Oh, hey, look, here's Banache. And then some other stuff. So here's the 2D version of the things, and then there's the 3D versions that we got. I think they're in here too, so there's that. Here are the cards for the monsters that you'll be playing. And you can see the Archfiends on here, and on the back is a Wretched Hag. Let's look at the characters real quick. Not sure if it will be real quick, but you know, we'll see. Why not? So the other card, the second card, got filled up. So that's shows you just how much stuff we've been going through here. So real quick, the Butcher. I'll show you the back, just the front, so you can see what the playable characters are. The Courtesan. The Illusionist. The Scientist. The Slayer. Then the Woodsman. We actually looked through these cards because the other guy, he also got the expansion, and some of these look a lot better than the original playable characters. So, you know, something to think about. Let's see. What else we got here? Ah, yes, items. So the items for the new characters. And are these quest cards, story cards? And take a real quick gander at these. Open, open, open. I think these are like quests that you can do. Like the event decks. This might be an addition to the event decks. Just have to read up on in the rule book that comes. And I think that's about it. Now I did get there was a big wooden box that all this stuff can be put in. They haven't sent it to me yet. I'm guessing maybe later they'll send it, because like I said, it's the game has, it's been 2 years since the Kickstarter ended. In fact, it was, today is the 10th, so in about 17 more days it will be exactly 2 years. So I guess people were kept asking about it, and we were like, well, what about the game? So this is the game. All this is the game. And then I'm hoping I'll get the wooden box later. So I guess until next time, we'll be back.